My name is David. My position is General Manager for the San Francisco Bay Area. Been with the company for 40 years, coming this November 2023.
My name is Aurora. I work in sales. I'm a document solutions consultant, and I've been with ARC for about 6 months.
My name is Jeremy. I'm a production manager of the color department here at Cooper Street. 17 and a half years.
My name is Mark. I work in the color department. My primary role there is to run what's called a flatbed printer, which is where we print directly onto rigid substrates, which is boards basically. I also operate the machine that cuts the boards out once they're finished printing. 2007 I started, so it's just over 16 years now.
My name is Ed. I'm a digital color specialist and finishing specialist. I've been at ARC for almost 19 years.
My name is Andy. I'm the service center manager at 100 Hooper Street, San Francisco. I've been working with ARC since 1988, which is this will be my 35th year of service.
ARC has decades of experience in the industry. We have knowledgeable and dedicated staff, and we understand the importance of making a positive impression through our quality of work. We want to make our clients look good.
ARC is just the one-stop shop to all our potential customers for all of their printing and scanning needs. You need a postcard, we can do it. You need a banner on the side of a building, we can do it. We range from everything small format to large format. You can scan any document, the size of a business card, all the way to your oversized poster to save that content. So what we provide is resources and solutions, and that's why we're a good option for our clients.
ARC separates ourselves from traditional print shops because of our care to quality and our diligence to make sure that the client gets exactly what they want and how they want it. We work very closely with the client to make sure that every aspect of their job is taken care of and thought about, and we ensure just a high level of perfectionism from our staff and products that we sell our clients.
We do a good job. Our customer care is excellent, and I would say we certainly get a lot of positive feedback from our customers. They do seem very happy with the work we were able to do, and we we always try to keep in communication as best we can, and I think that it also works well for the customers because people don't like having to wait around to hear back from you or something, So I think that's probably one of the best. Those two things, customer care and just quality of the service that we provide.
Because we're very good at what we do. We really are. Very thorough, we're very professional, and people like us.
We differ from our competitors because we pay attention to details. Your typical copy shop, you tell them the number of prints they print, and you get what you get. We're a little bit above that.
Well, in recent history, during the pandemic, we made a switch to PPE, personal protective, and we had a couple of very large projects that impacted the entire country. We made these PPE partitions called CubeMates, and we had to produce these over several ARC locations, probably 10 locations throughout the U.S. for the Chicago Unified School District, and also for the San Antonio Unified School District and the Sacramento Unified School District. And that really gave us a sense of what we were capable of producing in today's world. So, different than just plans like we typically were doing prior to that. My geographic area is the San Francisco North Bay, we call it, and it's part of the NorCal group. Specifically, I have service centers that I manage in San Francisco, San Rafael, Oakland, Concord, and San Ramon. Well, I'm kind of old school, so I'm still really proud of the way that we service the architectural, engineering, and construction trades, which is really old-fashioned, kind of blueprint style, copying. However, I'm also extremely proud of our ability to service the new markets that have been necessary for us to survive, and that's color graphics and scanning.
The importance of maintaining relationships with our existing client base is they're so vital to our success, and acknowledging them and building those relationships with them can only yield just long-term success and opportunities and more business and referrals. What a lot of people take for granted is how powerful their existing client base is in giving them continued business and new business. A really good relationship with a client, that person can turn around and tell their 6 buddies, hey, you should go to ARC because they've done X and Y for me in such a fantastic way. So maintaining those relationships and growing them is just so important to our long-term growth goals.
We in the color department have the ability to use some of the leading technology in the industry, and with those kind of tools, we're able to create and make a wide range of products for our clients. And with our backgrounds in graphic design, it gives us a special vision on setting up, giving a client a special product at the end of the day.
Okay, the Bear Bottle is a brewing company, and they create signs which are colorful. They used to do it by hand painting onto these pieces of plywood, but we sold them on the idea of having them printed on the flatbed printer. So that process is basically what I was describing earlier. On the flatbed, it's a large 4-foot by 8-foot table that has vacuum holes in it, and you load your substrate onto that table, and the vacuum keeps it nice and flat and keeps it from moving around while it's being printed on. Then after that, we take the board off of the flatbed table after it's been printed, and we load it onto the routing table, the Zund cutter, which cuts with a knife, but it also can do routing, which, as I described earlier, a router is basically a fancy drill bit that moves along a path that's digitally set by the software. And so with the Bear Bottle signs, basically what we do is we print it onto the plywood on the flatbed printer, and we transfer it over to the router to cut each sign out to the final size.
Asian Art Museum is a very unique customer because we do have to have proofs printed out for just about every job we do for them. Everything has to be color matched. Everything has to be perfect. Another one would be, I guess, Sunset Development, because other jobs have to be absolutely perfect.
Communication is the key, I think, to any business. You have to be able to communicate internally with your employees and staff, and translate any concerns or questions to the customer with a phone call or an email. My success has always been the key with communication. Overall, services, customer service is a big thing with me. That's where I was trained. That's where I learned a lot of my skills. The technical services, we have a big color division, Color meaning, marketing teams to displays. That's our biggest venture right now. Scan by Box is a program that was created by us so that we can archive documents. So traditionally, if you have a school, a hospital, a building, property managers, everything used to be printed out with blueprints. You have manuals for equipment, things like that, and then they're stored after the building's built, and then they're kept in a basement. Scan by Box takes all those documents, we scan them, we itemize them, we index them, and then it can be taken off site. So some things like those boxes, if they're ever destroyed or missing, you always have the digital backup. And we're talking, rooms filled with documents that can be minimized down to a shelf. So that's really what Scan by Box is.